Hello guys, welcome to another grand interesting video on your Leansimcorp channel and world's first initiative where you are going to learn Python using real life examples, integrating it with Flexsim and industrial real life problems. Okay, so we have already covered bottleneck analysis which can be done automatically by using Python in our last video. If you haven't looked at, I will request you to watch that video. That's going to be helping you great for this tutorial as well. Okay, so now in this tutorial what we're gonna understand is we are going to create graphs using Python automatically, and that is going to be very beneficial for us when we use Flexsim, because the challenge for the Flexsim is that not only Flexsim, all most of the simulation tools you will have your definite dashboards, and those definite set of dashboards, again, those are very much sufficient, but most of the times what customers or what industries want to analyze that are not here in this fixed dashboards. Then you need to go into the statistics collector, write multiple things, and you need to get that. But think about this. Instead of that, if you could have a single set of data point, you export that to CSV file and then read that and manipulate, or not manipulate, generate the graphs the way you want. That's going to be fascinating, right? And that is what we're gonna learn today. Look at how that is going to be generated. So we have this state utilization graph for the processors, and what we want to generate is, I want to see this in a bar graph. Again, that is possible here. You can have different bar also. Again, you will get the horizontal bars in Flexsim. So say I want to have a vertical bar. Okay, that is again easy. You can just have that. But by using this CSV file, it is very difficult. You need to convert this to one of the file. Then in the Excel, you need to create another Excel, write formulas, clean this data, then create the graphs, going into the data, a lot of things. And think about this. Just clicking a Python script and your data is analyzed. That's what we're going to learn today. Okay, so two graphs we are going to create using Python. One is going to be a histogram graph, bar graph for utilization of each station, and the next graph is going to be a dynamic graph where you need to put in your processor 1 and even get how much time your processor is in that state. So idle 21%, no, how much time? So 600 minutes, 200 minutes, 500 minutes. That is what we're going to see in that graph. So I'll just open the Visual Studio Code for you now, here. And this is how your graph is being generated by Python, okay? Where you see these bar graphs, right? And you see the values also here. If you see here, when I hover the mouse, which is processor 2, 3, and how much utilization, you can see, okay, 0.946. It's like 0.944, processor 6, and so, okay? Now, this is one of the graphs. The moment I'm going to close this graph, the second graph is going to open. For that, we need to specify here, okay, processor 2 is what I want to look for. It's state-wise analysis. So I put it enter. I get state-wise time for processor here. I'll just make this big so you see that. So it's a processor 2. And for that processor 2, you can see we have only 3 states: processing, idle, and blocked. And in that blocked, you can see blocked is how much? It's almost 600 minutes. It's almost 2125 is idle, and almost 800 minutes or whatever units of your model is seconds is your processing state. Again, we will look at some advanced things also going ahead, that how can I have labels onto the top of this bar, right? And how can I have data labels, names, and graphs and lines, and a lot of things are there ahead in statistics. But for now, these two graphs, how to create in Python, we're going to look at that. Okay, so let us start that. So I'm just closing this for now. Okay, and I eliminate the part of the codes here. Okay, and I also eliminate this. Okay, so initially this is what it is. So we are going to create a first chart, and for that, this is the script going to be. Let us understand that now step by step. Before that, if you see from the last tutorial, we have been using pandas as our library. We have already understood what is pandas and pd. Now let us understand this, what it is. Matplot library and pyplot, and what is this px and everything. Okay. Now the command this, which we are going to see here in Python, is used to import, pyplot module from matplot library and assign it to alias, that is PLT, and you see all that PLT is here. This is the standard and recommended way to access matplot library plotting functions. Now, what is matplot lib? If we are supposed to understand this, is a comprehensive library for creating static, animated, and interactive 2D visualization in Python, and it is widely used for data science, engineering, and scientific fields. Okay, and when we talk about pyplot, what is pyplot? Pyplot is a module within matplot library that provides MATLAB-like interface for creating plots, and it simplifies the process, of adding plot elements like lines, images, text, titles, and figures. And why alias using as PLT is widely adopted convention suggested in official MATLAB plot documentation. This makes code shorter, more readable, and as you can refer the module using PLT instead of longer using that whole pyplot and everything. Okay. Now, this is why we are going to use all these three elements in here. This we already saw. This we are nothing but loading the CSV file which has been generated from the Flexsim. Okay. And now let us understand how this chart one utilization is created. Again, utilization summary is the same code which we've been used in the last tutorials of ours. And then what we do is we plot a figure, we plot a bar utilization summary, object utilization. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to plot bars for objects and their utilizations. Okay, X and Y. If I just play this, okay, this is what you see. Objects on X, utilization on Y. Okay, then X label, we are giving it as a machine, Y label as a utilization, title as machine utilization, X takes rotation 45 degree. This is another definition you need to use, and then we are going to use this to show the graph by using GUI. Okay, so these syntax you are supposed to use in order to create a plot for yourself. If a bar chart, it's bar. Anything else you can just have to be changing out here. So this is a customizable code. You can change here machine ke jagah pe anything else. Utilization also you can change. The title you can change the way you want here, and when you hit that, we're gonna get that out here. Okay, so this is how this works. So we have this graph plotted by using the syntaxes. If you see where we get the processor 1 to 6 plotted on the x-axis, utilization on the y-axis, and you see all this thing. It is so great, that basically you need not have to do like Excel going and editing that. And the only challenge here is the visualization of this figure. If you want to make the graph look more good, because this is just like a MATLAB graphs look like, right? If you want to make that more great in looks, you have to spend some more time on that. But getting a basic analytics out of it, it is really, really great. Now, what I want to do is we're going to use our next graph where, we are supposed to get the all states of the graphs under the system. I just close that. So, the total time per state time per machine is what we're going to get now. It is the next chart. What we're going to do is we are going to ask user which machine plot they are supposed to put here. Now, if you could remember this, we had a code looked into last tutorial as well, that this was a dynamic code where we were using in order to get the utilization for that particular processor which we wanted to work on. Okay, so that has been used here. You see all that machine definitions, and then when the object is equal to machine, the same code we are using here for that. But the only thing is here is that if the machine is empty, we are going to see if the wrong machine is been entered, you will going to get a message that machine not found. Again, it was also there available in that. Then the state time is what we're gonna get here. We are going to group that by state, time, and then we're gonna sum that. The same logic which we're gonna use. We're going to group that by state, sum that by time, and that is what you're gonna get. Same syntax has been used. If you see figure, bar, again bar for state and time. State is x-axis, total time is y-axis, then state wise time for the machine. Again, the machine is dynamic here. The name is going to be getting updated. You need to put that in this curly brackets. which you're going to get it from here. And then x-axis is in the rotation 90 degrees, okay? And that is then you're going to have a tight layout. Why tight layout? What does that mean? That mean that the graph is going to be small, not big, okay? And that is what it is going to be using, right? Now, if we talk about what is this text, okay? X-axis rotation is 90 degree. In MATLAB, this is used to rotate the labels on the x-axis by 90 degrees, making them appear vertical. Okay, this is a common technique used to improve readability when labels are long, such as datas or long category names, preventing them from overlapping each other. Okay, that is where we are supposed to use this thing. Okay, now let me know in the comment section below, then why is this rotation equal to 45 degree? Okay, this is going to be an assignment for you. Let me know that in the comment section below. Do not forget to like, share this video with your friends, and do not forget to subscribe to the channel Leansimcorp for such exciting tutorials on artificial intelligence, Flexsim simulation, industrial automation, and AI and engineering. So stay tuned on Leansimcorp. If you are new to us, do not forget to visit our website leansimcorp.com, where we have a lot of exciting educational content bought just for you. So that's all for today, guys. We saw learning, how to create two graphs using Python. That just a click, guys, and you get that details out there. Let us look another tutorial of Python straight on Thursday 6 p.m. India Standard Time. We'll meet there to look at another application of Python, learn how to use that Python, learn how to use script, learn what are different things and that. Now the bonus tip is here, okay, at the end of this video. Why, if you're going to put this system out there, okay, you need to be very specific that because this libraries, matplotlib, pandas, these are already installed on my system. So I don't get the message and error. If you're going to get that errors and stuff like that, you need to have this thing being put it into your system here in this system console in this Visual Studio Code. What you need to do is you need to put pip install pandas matplotlib. Then only what you want to go is we are going to have these things installed in your system, okay? And you need to hit that. And the moment you're gonna hit that, you're gonna have that things being installed. Okay, you're upgrading the pip. If you see all these things, new release and all, it will automatically start getting updated for your system. So you need to use the syntax which I mentioned, okay, and this is how it is going to work. I'm just doing that processor 2 and I get the gap which I just mentioned, right? So that's all for today, guys. Let us meet another interesting video soon on Leansimcorp. Bye bye, have a great day.